guys, Abhishek Nazarov here, CEO and founder of Maximise. We're here in Miami, Florida. We had top 25 leaders fly out from all different places over here to make sure that 2025 is the year of execution and not winging it. Become masters of their plan. You don't want to walk into 2025 wondering and thinking, what am I gonna do? You want to be prepared, you want to have a plan, and you want to win. Let's go. I ask people, what's your plan for next year? What's your plan for next year? What's your plan for next year? No one had a plan. How many of you know people that plan for the holidays? Man, I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I can't wait for New Year's party. How many of you know people like that? How many of you are like that? Many people in the average world, what they do, they only think about the things that are pleasurable. Let me plan for my birthday, right? Let me plan for this holiday. Let me go ahead and do something that's fun. But they don't take time to plan for the next year. So here's the kicker for you. Have you planned your next year? How many of you play Battleship? Love the game. You know, I play that game with my son on the plane all the time. Like literally, it's such a good game. And have you ever lost the Battleship game because you couldn't just hit one? You know, the hardest ones to hit is the small one. It's not the big one to hit, it's the small one. And you'll miss it because you're like, I'm around it, I'm poking it, but I cannot get that one. That's exactly what's happening, everyone. Everyone is looking at that Battleship. We have all these squares, all these targets, but we're not hitting the right target. So the foundation is as important as your targets, which today we're not gonna talk about, oh, let's go ahead and plan for next year and just list all your goals. That's cute, that doesn't work. Do you guys know what the percentage of people that accomplish their goals? 8%. 8% of people accomplish their goals. We have 25 people here. What's 8% of 25 people? 10% would be 2.5, so it's 2 people. So we're saying that there's 2 people sitting in this room that will go ahead and accomplish their goals. Here's the thing, I accomplished all my goals for this year. If you were to leave at the end of today, you say, you know what? This was worth it because my outcome is this and I got exactly what I needed. What is your outcome? If you don't have an outcome when you sit down and you plan, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna start winging it because you don't know what you want. Outcome means you know what you want. Outcome means you're ready to dominate 2025. When you build the plan for next year to win, you need to have 2 components, emotion and logic. They have to come together, right? If you just have data, not exciting. For example, how many of you can go on Google right now and print a map on how to go from here to Disney World? Everybody. Yeah. You will have the map, data, direction, step by step. You can go ahead, put on Siri or put on maps how to get to Disney World. Put it. So it says that we can get there in 3 hours and 24 minutes. It tells us step by step where to go, where to turn. Take a look, right? Step by step, where to go, everything. Would you agree that you have data? Yeah. Would you agree that you have direction? So imagine this is you trying to get to $1 million. You have it. Now, how many of you are gonna go right now and walk to get there? You really wanna do a roller coaster? You really have to have a desire to be there, you'll find a way to get there. If you lack emotion, if you lack the driving force, if it doesn't make your belly burn, if it doesn't keep you up at night, doesn't matter what plan you have, doesn't matter what data you have, you're not gonna get there. Everyone has a plan. Everyone can get direction, but people gotta be willing to do it. If I said to myself, I need to be a better father, right? Let's just say that. And I always say, hey, I can improve as a father because I believe that we can always do better, right? I will sit down right now with myself and say which areas of being a father I could improve upon. So when you're actually building your plan for 2025, you're addressing these things. So that way you know what you're gonna work on. Saying I need to be a better leader and walking into 2025, magically you're not gonna become a better leader if you don't address which areas need to be fixed. For example, oh, my car in 2024 has a lot of issues. I wanna fix my car in 2025 not to have these issues. You gotta take it to a mechanic. They have to do a full diagnosis on what's wrong with your car. Hey man, you need 2 new tires, but we can't just change 2. You're gonna have to get 4. Hey, your alternator is going dead. We need to change that. Hey, you need to make sure that you change your oil. You need to change your gaskets. All these different things. They'll tell you what you need to change. Now then they give you a bill. Here's the price of how much it's gonna cost if you wanna change it. So you might list all the things you need to improve upon, but the question is, are you willing to pay the price? These are the things that I lack in, but what is it gonna take to fix them? And am I willing to commit to fix these things? And if you're not, then you don't wanna be a better leader. You just wanna wing it. Some of you are like, whatever happens here today, this bullshit planning, I'm still gonna wing it because I'm just a winger. That's who I am. So some of you here, you're just like, I'm indifferent. I'm just, whatever happens, happens. So there's 3 different types of people. One is delusional. Now the delusional breaks down in 2 categories. It's positive delusional and negative delusional. The positive delusional are, man, no matter what happens 2025, it's gonna be my year. It's gonna be my year. I'm gonna win everything. I'm gonna have the biggest team. I'm gonna have the best people. I'm gonna make the most amount of money. I'm gonna marry a honey that is a 10. Boom, 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 boom. They're just always positive, right? That's the positive delusional people. Second type of delusional is negative delusional people. Listen, I could be sitting with Michael Jordan, I'll still won't learn how to play basketball because I'm just not good enough. You see, the way we are as Armenians is that we don't do that. So whatever you show me doesn't apply to me. Oh, I am Christian. Oh, I am Muslim. Or I am this. This doesn't work for us. It's always this shield and blockage of taking something and saying this is gonna work for me. They don't believe they're the chosen one. They don't believe they're the one. They're just like, you know what? It's not for me. So why are you here? You know, I want it, I just know I won't get it. How many of you know people like that? I want it, but I just know I won't get it. Or when there's a raffle happening, right? Pay attention to when we do Axe Lottery. Go talk to a couple people before we announce it. You gonna win? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. No. That doesn't no. That doesn't ever work for me. So why'd you put a number? Oh, because maybe, who knows, right? These people are very confusing people, but they actually block their own blessing, right? What you do frequently is where you're gonna have frequency, okay? What you do frequently is where you're gonna have frequency. So what is your frequency? If you are a procrastinator, if you're lazy, that's your frequency. That's what you do frequently, right? So you're gonna attract the same level of result. Make sense? So those are the delusional. Indifferent people, they're like this. Yeah, that's cool, that's cute. I'm here for the sandwich. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna see what I can do with this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm here to just hang out with the guys. I love this group. I'm not excited. Listen, whatever happens, happens. Do you know those people? It is what it is. That's the indifferent people. It is what it is. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And then there's awakened. People that are awake. They recognize patterns. They recognize habits. They say, no. I'm not doing the same shit I did last year. I know where I went wrong. Oh shit, you're gonna give me a step-by-step plan. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna participate because I want to make sure that I feel more confident than ever walking into 2025 so that way I can master this so I could help my people master this. The delusional positive is, who the fuck is LeBron? Show me. I got it, bro. I got you. I'm gonna dunk on your ass. That's delusional positive. Now, delusional negative, okay? That's gonna go and say, yeah, there's no way I'm even stepping on the court with LeBron. I'm not worthy, okay? Here's the awareness, right? When you're aware, here's how you handle the negative delusional. I'm not gonna beat him, but I will learn from him, right? You still have a doubt. You still have negativity, right? I'll score on him once, but I'm not looking to walk into here when you're aware and beat LeBron, right? But I'm gonna learn everything I can from LeBron. Right? I'm gonna get the best out of LeBron. Does that make sense? The positive delusional is gonna say, man, LeBron James, I'm gonna pick his mindset. I'm gonna ask him questions. I'm gonna build a relationship. Next time we have an event, maybe if LeBron likes me and we build a relationship, I can ask him to come talk to my team. Aware person knows what they can get because they're aware. We just discussed 3 types of people, remember? And these are the results of these types of people. 1, they don't do it at all. 2, they treat it as homework. They go through the motion. Oh, I'm here. I'm just gonna make the most out of it. But when I get back home, I'm gonna get back into my problems. I'm gonna get back to my old habits, my old vices that keep me away from growing. Make sense? They half-ass it to impress others, right? Let me just put something together. Let me just do this vision board because everybody else is doing it. Like you guys did a vision board with the whole team, right? Some people, they just did it, and you look at everybody's vision board, somebody just did it sloppy. And they just did it just to do it because they're like, I just gotta get it done. Yes, just get it done. As long as you get it done, right? Some only gonna come back and make a business plan that's emotional. All emotional. Some are gonna come back and use a business plan just all logical, okay? And some are gonna come back and they're gonna continue to tweak it. Like you're gonna have first version of your business plan for 2025, then you're gonna revisit it as many times as possible, and you're gonna tweak it, you're gonna tweak it, you're gonna tweak it. So you gotta make sure that you continuously go back because you will be delusional, you will underestimate, you will overestimate, but if you constantly revisit every week, you will say, hey, I'm aware, my blind spot. I was a bit delusional here, I was overestimated here. Let me retweak it, boom, boom, boom. And that keeps you in a line. There was 0 plans of me selling my home this year. Zero. We got bored. We hit all of our goals. We're looking at a couple things and we say, what else can we tweak? Literally, I come home and I'm like, what's up? My wife's like, oh, I don't know, there's no privacy. Every time we go outside, remember I told you about the neighbors coming and eat steak every time, right? It's like, well, I can't even come outside and play with the kids without the neighbors being there. And by the way, we live in a big home and the neighbors are not like right here. The neighbors are like, if I'm here, the neighbors are where the car is. So it's a lot of space. But we got bored and we started to say, what do you want to do? You know, we want more privacy. Okay. I said, look for a home. We just invested over $300,000 into building our pool, deck, all that stuff. The deck and pool is not even finished yet. Why would you do that? How does that make sense? We already hit our goals. Can we add more? Can we tweak? Can we adjust? Will that make my wife happy? Yes. Okay, cool. Now we look for a home. God works in mysterious ways. One thing we said is that if you ask, you shall receive, but you got to be prepared. You can't be asking and not be prepared. You have to ask. You have to be prepared to receive it. Because if you receive it and you're not prepared, it's a waste of opportunity. And then next time God says, yeah, man, I'm not giving it to you because you asked me once, you fooled me once, and you weren't prepared. I'm not doing it again. Make sense? When you get the opportunity, maximize it. So I'm gonna read all the questions again. First one, did you have a business plan or a personal plan for 2024? How did it go? Second one, did you achieve your goals? Only 8% of people do. If you didn't, why not? Third question, what did you do well in 2024? Fourth question, what did you do poorly in 2024? Fifth question, did you overestimate, being too wishful, delusional, or lazy? Sixth question, did you underestimate, playing it safe, not detailed enough to be accurate? Next one, were you more emotional or logical in 2024? How will you measure success differently next year? Is it just money? Is it self-development? How do you want to measure your success? Many people make this mistake. They work so much and they work so hard that they forget to plan. You can't forget to plan and just work. Because you're working with no plan. That means you're gonna just continue to work. And eventually, you know why people say, I feel burnt out? Because they're working without a plan. They're just working. And they're like, I'm so stressed out, I'm so overburned, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't feel like doing this anymore. And it's because they never actually dug deep to find out, why do I want to do it? What's the point? What's the purpose? What's the drive? And if they identify these things and they have a plan, no one else needs to push them because they will push themselves. I met a guy 2 weeks ago who flew down from Italy on a private plane. His company makes about $150 million a year. He nets about $35 million a year. Very successful, okay, very old. And one of the things that was asked, hey, what's going on? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? His answer was, find my purpose. He's 60, $150 million company, private jet, lives very lavishly, okay? And his answer at 60 years old said, find my purpose. So to me, if you can find purpose early on, you don't have to recharge your battery so often. For those of you that said you had a plan last year, how often did you revisit that plan? If you did not revisit that plan every week, that plan was not solid. The plan that is good is something that you keep revisiting. You keep climbing up, I'm getting closer, I'm getting there. Same thing, somebody might say, oh, my goal was to lose 20 pounds, 15 pounds. Okay, did you check your weight on a scale consistently? Man, I keep gaining weight, what's going on? I gotta tweak, gotta change my diet, gotta go run a little bit more, gotta hire a personal trainer, gotta stop eating the chicken nuggets. So if you revisit your plan consistently, that's a real plan. You have to be this crazy to really stick to your self-accountability. Like, there's a step-by-step that needs to happen. What you're doing is like you're slapping everything to the wall and you're like, whatever sticks. That's gonna make you paralyzed because all the things that you slap on the wall is gonna start to fall apart. And then when that happens, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna start going like this. Which one do I fix? And you won't be able to fix anything because you're all over the place. You don't want to be all over the place. Focus on one thing that desperately needs you right now. The plan will uncover your true intention and the effort that you're willing to put into the goal that you desire. I had a conversation with somebody a couple weeks ago and they're like, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, everything is going the wrong way, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what's going the wrong way? I'm not financially where I want to be. My health is not where it needs to be. I'm having relationship issues, boom, 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 boom. And I said, okay, where does it hurt the most? I don't know, everything hurts. I said, no. Something is causing this. Tell me, what is your reaction towards these things? Well, when I argue with my girlfriend, what happens is that I leave the home and I go gamble. And when I go gamble, I lose the money. Now I'm even more pissed off that I lost the money. Now I don't have the money. Now when I get back home, now I am more impulsive. So now we argue even more. Now I get out and I have nowhere to go because now I have no money. So I go to my parents' home. When I go back to my parents' home, I argue with them because they don't understand understand me. They're like, what are you doing? You should have went to school. You should have got the real job. In reality, I am making money here, but I'm spending money on the wrong things. So it's a cycle. You're not fixing what's broken. So first thing first, okay, what's causing you to go gamble? Because you're arguing with your girlfriend. Well, if you change your girlfriend, if you don't have a girlfriend that you argue with, would you be gambling? Probably not. So what would you be doing? Saving money, investing money, doing things, buying things, going out and experience things. Okay, so the problem is what? The girlfriend. No, it's not her. Then what is it? Me. What's your problem? I don't know. I always want more out of her when she doesn't give me more. So you don't know what you want. So people just go through these emotions and cycles. So symptoms and problems. Identify the symptom, okay? Where does it hurt? If you go to a doctor right now and you say, doctor, I feel nauseous. That's a symptom of pregnancy. You're a man. Can you get pregnant? So that symptom does not give me the diagnosis of the problem. So the one symptom is, oh, you're nauseous. Oh, you could be pregnant. We know a man cannot be pregnant, right? So therefore, we cannot say that's the problem. Oh, you're pregnant. That's the reason why you feel nauseous. That doesn't apply. So this symptom, what does it apply? And then we go, another symptom. Oh, you feel nauseous and your head hurts? Okay, what's good? Did you hit your head? Yeah, I actually played baseball, hit my head. Oh, you have a concussion. Let's run the picture and see. Oh yeah, you have a concussion. Okay, good. You see how we went from you could be pregnant to concussion? Now let's just say we do this to a woman. We know women can get pregnant. Oh, you feel nauseous. We're gonna test you for pregnancy. Anything else that you can tell me? I have a headache. Okay, did you fall? Yes. Okay. We're still gonna test you for pregnancy just to make sure you're not pregnant. But you said you fell. When you fell, you hit your head. After the headache started? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna test you to see if you have concussion, if anything hurts with your head. Well, some people easier to identify the problem. Some people you gotta dig deeper. But symptoms will tell you what the problem is. If you're ignoring the symptoms and you're like, well, but he's producing, you should be fine. Just because somebody's making sales, it doesn't mean everything is good in their life. Every problem has a symptom, okay? But not every symptom has a problem. Some people want attention. So what do? They give you a symptom to fool you to give them attention. But is there a real problem? No, you just want attention. But every problem is gonna have symptoms. A real problem will have symptoms. Can somebody make up a problem to get your attention and say, this is what's happening, but they still have symptoms?